request the dignitaries, after completing the registration, please come to the hall. We shall start the event very shortly.
A very good morning to all of you. We are going to start our program soon, so I request the dignitaries that after registration, kindly occupy the seats in the auditorium.
I'd like to request all the participants after completing the registration, please come inside the hall, please. We shall start the event very shortly. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Gurudev Ravindranath Tagore. Good morning, everyone. It is a great honor and privilege to welcome you all to the SWAYAM NPTEL SPOC workshop East Zone. We welcome all the principals, SPOCs, mentors, faculties, and NPTEL coordinators, and all my colleagues, and all the representatives who have gathered here for this workshop, which is organized by Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. It gives us immense pleasure to greet all the distinguished dignitaries and guests, and we are happy to have you here with us today. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and taking out your precious time for this workshop. We are happy to have our chief guest today, Sri Govind Jaiswal, IAS Joint Secretary, Ministry of Education, and he will be present online. We are happy to have Professor Amit Patro, our respected Deputy Director, IIT Kharagpur, and he will be present online. Now, I request the following dignitaries to occupy the distinguished chairs on the dais. Professor Dr. D. Ganadurai, Vice Chancellor, St. Joseph University, Nagaland. Professor Anupam Basu, Distinguished Honorary Professor, Sister Nivedita University, Kolkata, and he will be joining shortly. Professor Indranil Mukherjee, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, Kolkata. Professor Ramkrishna Pasumarthy, Coordinator NPTEL, IIT Madras. Thank you, sir. When I understood and accepted my own mistakes, I was consumed by my own light. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can. Now we shall proceed with the lamp lighting ceremony, and I would like to request all the dignitaries for lighting the lamp. I would also like to invite Professor Hoimonti Banerjee, NPTEL Coordinator, IIT Kharagpur, to come to the dais, please, to join the lamp lighting ceremony. Madam, please. Professor Hoimunti Banerjee is a professor in the Department of Architecture and Regional Planning, IIT Kharagpur, has more than 19 years of working experience with the vulnerable groups in urban Indian context. She is one of the authors of Universal Design India Principles at NID 2011. Her recent contribution towards mainstreaming inclusion in the domain of urban planning and development is the Inclusive City Framework and revision of URDPFI guidelines and preparation of online courses for professional along with UN Habitat and NIUA. Dr. Banerjee is also actively involved in the Global Housing Technology Challenge GHTC, an initiative by the Government of India to provide housing for all in various capacities. Her recent international academic collaborations include Indiana University of Pennsylvania and MIT, USA. Now I would like to invite Professor Hoimunti Banerjee, Coordinator NPTEL and Associate Dean CE&T, IIT Kharagpur, for the welcome address. Madam, please.
A very good morning to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to greet all the distinguished dignitaries and guests attending this SPOC Zonal Workshop 2024. National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, NPTEL, as you all know, is a joint venture of the IITs and IISc, funded by the Ministry of Education, Government of India. And it was launched in 2003 as a project to take quality education to all corners of the country. Now, how do we acquire knowledge? How do we educate ourselves? It is said in our ancient text, there are 4 ways you can learn. Acharyat padamadatte padam shishya samedhaya sabrahmacharibhya padam padam kal kramena cha. And NPTEL supports all these. You get to attend the classes by the stalwarts from each domain, the Acharyas. It has the largest online repository in the world, comprising of courses in engineering, basic sciences, selected humanities and social science and management subjects, which facilitates self-learning. We also have forums for discussion, which is nothing but the peer learning, sabrahmacharibhya. And our record says that our courses are attended by professionals, that is some form of lifelong learning, which we also support. We are all aware that since the inception of the online courses in March 2014 by the NPTEL, it is possible for anyone outside the IIT system to be able to do an online certification course and get a certificate from the IITs. We have these NPTEL awareness workshops to create maximum awareness amongst faculty members about NPTEL and its various other initiatives. We will be discussing all these today. The workshop will include sessions on NPTEL and its features, the NPTEL online certificates and courses, and the concept of NPTEL local chapters, which is very important. We had our last workshop quite some time back, but still we are getting fruitful results from the last one, and we hope to get more, and we hope to move forward. As the workshop proceeds, we will be able to know more about this, and once again, I welcome all of you to this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam. Now we shall move forward for the felicitation ceremony of the guests. I would like to request Professor Hoimunti Banerjee to present the flowers to the following guests. Shri Govind Jaiswal, IAS, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Education. Professor Dr. D. Ganadurai, Vice Chancellor, St. Joseph University, Nagaland. Professor Indranil Mukherjee, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, Kolkata. Professor Ramkrishna Pasumarthy, NPTEL Coordinator, IIT Madras. Professor Amit Patro, respected Deputy Director, IIT Kharagpur. He has joined us online. Thank you, Madam. We are happy to have our respected Deputy Director with us today, Professor Amit Patro. Professor Amit Patro received the BTech, MTech and PhD degrees from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur in 1984, 1986 and 1990 respectively. During 1990-93 and in 2000, he visited the Rao University, Bochum, Germany as a postdoctoral fellow of the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation. He joined the Department of Electrical Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur in 1987 as a faculty member. During 2018-19, he visited the University of Maryland, Baltimore country as a senior visiting research scientist, and since his return has been serving as an honorary adjunct professor. He was the professor in charge Advanced VLSI Design Lab at IIT Kharagpur during 2004-2007. Between 2007 and 2013, he served as the Dean, Alumni Affairs and International Relations at IIT Kharagpur. Between 2013-2015, he served in a voluntary role of the Executive Advisor, Institutional Development at IIT Kharagpur. Since April 2020, he has been serving as the professor in charge of the IIT Kharagpur Rajarhat Research Park, Newtown, Kolkata. He joined as the Deputy Director of the Institute in July 2021. I would like to request Professor Amit Patro, respected Deputy Director IIT Kharagpur, to grace the occasion with his kind words. Sir, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Chief guest Govind Jaiswalji, all the dignitaries on the dais, and those on the audience whom I cannot see really today. A good morning and gracious welcome to. Oh yeah, good. Thank you for showing the audience. Gracious welcome to this particular workshop, and this is an annual event, as I am told, and it serves a lot of purpose. Because this NPTEL is a very unique experiment that our government of India had started, and it has really become a very, very successful program with a very large number of courses, and now which is made available to outside the IIT system, and where people can actually utilize the course materials, and there are certificate programs as well as online programs which are built around that, which will actually enable a large number of people who otherwise did not have chance to get education from one of the IITs, and also those who would like to refresh themselves, those who have already graduated long back and they would like to keep themselves up to the up to speed in the various areas of knowledge. They get a chance, and the course actually is completely free. So I mean, watching the video is completely free, which is a great enabler and actually creates a level playing field for everyone. And of course, it only costs some nominal amount if somebody wants to write exams and get certified. So this is a very unique experiment, and in fact, prior to this, there have been many coursework outside, like MIT courseware, and most universities have their own courseware. But once NPTEL came into being, we find that people even from abroad, even from France, US, Africa, various countries, we find that they are interested in these programs and they watch it and they also ask for certification. So I think this is a good brand which we can take it forward. further all over the globe. And also at this juncture, we must also pause a little bit because in terms of the structure and the content and the style of delivery, because I think now we are at a juncture where these large language model kind of things, these chat GPTs and all, they are in the market, and they are actually competing with the teacher in the classroom. So a teacher in the classroom cannot know as much as whatever a programmed tool like chat GPT knows. So tomorrow, students will be expecting much more from the teachers in the classroom, or rather beyond what is available in a chat GPT form or in the available in the information form in the internet. And we have to also elevate our teaching and teaching tools, including NPTEL like tools, which are right now mostly videos. And so we have to probably innovate, and we have to create tools, create content which will be sort of chat GPT proof, in the sense that let chat GPT contribute whatever it wants, but there are things beyond just knowledge, they are beyond information. So especially in areas like especially in engineering, in which I am involved, I know it is one thing to know what is there in the available knowledge in the field, but it is it's a completely different thing to really build something on the in practice. Suppose you have to build a bridge, or even build a road, or build a machine. It requires much more than just the knowledge about the materials, which items, which material should be used, what should be the strengths and all, which are mostly analysis. So analysis is possible, but synthesis is something that is where in future education should concentrate on, and the ability to reason out things, to be creative, to go beyond the existing bookish knowledge or knowledge embedded in the internet, and also fish out fictitious or fake knowledge. Tomorrow, if you can flood the internet with a lot of fake messages and fake knowledge, but you should have the ability to figure out what is right and what is wrong, and you must really take all of that into your stride. So I think tomorrow's tools will be different, and it's a good opportunity for the NPTEL platform, because it actually brings all the IITs and the ISC and together, and also other users of the tool, other universities as well. So this is where I think we can do a brainstorming and come up with future versions of the NPTEL. With this thought, let me close and wish you all a great program today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Your enlightened words will always enshrine in our hearts. We are delighted to have our chief guest with us today, Sri Govind Jaiswal. Sri Govind Jaiswal is an Indian IAS officer who topped 48th rank in the 2006 IAS examination. He was born in Varanasi, UP in 1983. He cleared this exam in Hindi medium. He completed his graduation from Harshchandra
We
College,
are unable to
Varanasi.
hear anything.
Yes, sir. He has worked in remote area
Yes,
like...
some audio problem, I'm also not able to hear anything.
We can hear you, sir.
It's clear.
He has worked in remote area like Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, where he worked in rural development. Previous to Education Ministry, he was Director, Public Health, Government of India, and was in core team of COVID management. Presently, he is a Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Education. I would like to request our Chief Guest, Sri Govind Jaiswal, to kindly address the audience. Sir, please.
Thank you. Very good morning to all the dignitaries of the dais, Professor Amit Patra virtually present, and other audience. Uh, I first congratulate IIT Kharagpur for this workshop, which is very much essential to ensure that every stakeholders of any scheme is on the same level. As we know that IT architecture and the IT strength is increasing day by day, And this kind of platform, especially the SWAYAM and the 10 years of experience of NPTEL, ensures that every students who could not have access to those institutions, which are the dream of most of the students who are in the technical education. Even I was wanted to be part of IIT ecosystem in some time of my life when I passed 12th. So, uh, but this kind of platform enables the institution to have access to every student, even they are part of the other university or the institution. So why this that online courses is very important, because education has to come out from the brick mortar model where the limited student can have access to any institution. And NPTEL journey is the classic example how it can be very successful. And in SWAM also, when it started from 2007, encompassing all the other subjects, discipline, knowledges, so it also increasing day by day. But in all the 9 NC, the NPTEL success is a great example that I gave to other national coordinator, that they should also have this kind of workshop interaction with local chapters. So far, SWAM has also that received more than 4 crore the enrollment, which is a major chunk is belong to the NPTEL. But while the in that IT platform is enabling us to access to everyone, but there are some other barriers which are already exist. I'm talking about the language barrier. Some of the courses which could be the part of the non-tech students, as we are talking under national education policy to have a multidisciplinary knowledge and the approach towards every students. So it might possible in the future the non-tech students who are 3.83 crores of the total out of the 4.33 crore students in the higher education system. So they may also like to be part of the NPTEL courses. I am sure they must be also participating to enhance their knowledge. But as the micro credential concept is coming forward and many universities are also coming forward or approaching UGC to make a framework how they can adopt and how the technical or IT skill of the non-tech students can be increased, we have to ensure that the language, that all the courses of the NPTEL is also available in different languages. Some of the courses are definitely available in the transcript form, but voice to voice is also important. I interacted almost 297 university in last 3 months about the all with all those university who are a part of the credit system who accepted the SWAYAM credit. Most of the universities and students who are belonging to some area where the English is not very prominent and student cannot understand that English language, they approached us and they demanded the NPTEL courses should be in other languages. So I request that NPTEL as well as other all the ITs and IC to think that how we can provide these courses into other language. In the coming SWAM board meeting, we are making a proposal and we are increasing or making a provision for the translation of all the courses. Though we have already provided some of the financial assistance to IIT Madras to convert most of the courses into 9 other Indian languages, and further it can be increased on. But this is the major hurdle that I observe, that students of non-tech students can be beneficial if we can provide the courses in the different language. Another issue that that I when I that the SWAM Plus platform is also about to be launched, where the courses curated by different industry partner we are trying to bring one. It is equally important to enhance the capacity of universities how to use the industry strength in their area. I will give you one example. When I was in the Ministry of Health, then it was very difficult to prepare a RFP for the cloud computing because nobody was aware. So we got very few person who can understand the cloud system and how it should be used. So those type of knowledge is very much required. Even we are not having that kind of regular academic part, but these courses should be part of the micro credential. So I suggest while the workshop, this kind of challenges should be discussed and how we can ensure that this kind of courses can be incorporated while introducing in different languages. So my best wishes to the NPTEL, especially IIT Kharagpur and the coordinator of the that NPTEL team, IIT Madras especially, for their successful journey last 10 years. I'm very much sure that they will also provide guidance to other national coordinator to that other 8 how to use the network for the courses adaptability. So thank you very much for inviting me. My best wishes for this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivational words. We are glad to have here Professor Dr. D. Ganadurai, Professor Dr. D. Ganadurai is an academician with a span of administrative and governance experience, from teaching at one end of the spectrum to managing institutions at the other. He became the Vice Chancellor of St. Joseph University in July 2017. Before joining St. Joseph University, he was the principal of JP College of Engineering, Tamil Nadu. He is having 34 years of teaching experience, including 10 years as principal and 7 years as Vice Chancellor. Dr. D. Ganadurai obtained his BE degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering from the Government College of Engineering, Tirunelveli in the year 1989. He completed his MS with the specialization in Electronics and Control from Birla Institute of Technology, Pilani in the year 1991. He obtained his PhD in Computer Science and Engineering in the year 2006 from Manonmaniam Sundaranar University, Tamil Nadu. Dr. D. Ganadurai is the approved supervisor at Anna University, Chennai, and Manonmaniam Sundaranar University for guiding PhD scholars. An inspiring teacher and mentor of research, he has guided 7 PhD scholars in the engineering stream and 30 PG level students. He has got a rich research experience to his credit with publishing 40 research articles in journals and conferences. He has also served as a reviewer in many renowned journals. Apart from this, he carried out 2 research projects in image compression techniques funded by the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO, Trivandrum, from September 2001 to August 2003 and May 2005 to April 2007. I would like to request Professor D. Ganadurai to kindly address the audience. Sir, please.
Good morning, respected dignitaries and faculty members from other institutions, and ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. So first of all, as outset, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me as a guest of honor here and giving this opportunity for addressing the gathering. I am very happy to be here because the NPTEL, the contribution of imparting the quality education, this NPTEL is a very remarkable contribution. See, the quality education is very important. In this context, I would like to mention the Nelson Mandela words. Destroying a nation doesn't need missiles or atomic bombs. It only requires lowering the quality of education and allowing copying in the examination by the students. So this quote is having 2 important messages. One is the quality of education. In a country or a nation, if the quality of education is lowered for 10 or 20 years, automatically the economic growth will be coming down. Because the education is having more impact on the economical growth of a nation. So the quality of education is very important. So this type of NPTEL and SWAYAM online courses is very useful for imparting the quality education. The reason is, it is the knowledge sharing by the experts. Very particularly the university, the St. Joseph University, which is in Nagaland. There the resource, the technical resource or the technical resource persons are very minimum. We could not do all the thing by physically. But through this online course, many of our students are benefited because they are having an opportunity to hear the lecture session of the experts from IIT and IISc. And also they are having a good technical exposure, very particularly in the field of big data analysis, artificial intelligence, which is the emerging field in this nowadays. So this NPTEL, I'm having a small suggestion to the coordinator in this thing. 2 suggestions I am having for this NPTEL and SWAYAM courses. The one is, very particularly in our university, around 200 or 300 students are undergoing the courses, but very few, some 10%, 20 to 30 students are ready to take the examination, because the reason is they have to go somewhere else which is far away from our place to take the examination. So this difficulty should be properly addressed so that the students facility should be given to take the examination in the same institution. If it is the case, then we can attract many students. Already we have attracted many students because of the National Education Policy 2020. All of you are aware that the credits can be transferred. So the students who are taking the courses in the NPTEL or SWAYAM, then certain credits we have already waived in our regular course. So this will be added. So this type of credit transfer facilities available in National Education Policy 2020, so that the students are much interested in taking the NPTEL courses and SWAYAM courses. But this is the only setback we are facing. So I think it can be properly addressed so that the students can be facilitated to take their own examination in their own institution. Then the second one is, I have observed that the many of the NPTEL courses are in only theoretical one. But nowadays we are having many practical simulation softwares. So the virtual laboratory can also be implemented as one of the subjects. Because certain laboratories we cannot establish physically, the cost is more. It is not possible at all in certain institutions. So the virtual laboratory, implementation of the virtual laboratory is there in NPTEL or SWAYAM courses, then it is very useful for the students, very particularly the satellite technology, aerospace, where nobody can have such type of sophisticated laboratory physically. The cost may be very more. So the implementation of virtual laboratories may be done in future in NPTEL. So with these few words, I would like to convey some message to this audience, because I can see the audience, some senior professors are there and young lecturers are also there. So I would like to give a small, my own opinion and suggestion regarding the research. See, many people, those who are working in educational institutions, they are very much particular about doing the research and getting the PhD degree for the sake of their promotion or for the sake of their salary. But this should not be like that. A research should be a very useful for the society. The research what we are doing should have its own impact on the society. Very particularly, the research in technology should be a unique one, and it should be registered as a patent. Once it has been registered as a patent, then after some time it should be converted as a product. This helps the real economical growth of the nation. In the developed countries, many consumer products or many products are coming from the outcome of researchers who are working in the educational institutions. Normally, our researchers or our faculty members are having a short-term goal. Of course, it is a good goal. It is a very much essential for our personal development. It is a must also. But in addition to that, our research should have a patent after some time. Then that we go to create that, translate the patent into the products. Then only we can have many products that can be owned by our own nation. Then we can have a good economical growth. So my dear audience, those who are doing your research, or those who have completed your research, or those who are a senior professor, you advise your fellow faculty, young faculty members, the research should be not only for the promotion, it should have a proper impact on the society. It should be converted into patents, and it should be, afterwards it should be converted as a product. So it is, so because the real research will create the invention of so many new things, which in turn improves the economical growth of our nation. So with this one, thank you very much again for the organizer for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. And also I thank you all for your patient listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. We are delighted to have with us Professor Anupam Basu. I would like to invite on the stage Professor Anupam Basu, sir. Also, I would like to request Professor Hoimonti Banerjee, NPTEL IIT Kharagpur, to felicitate Professor Basu. Madam, please. Professor Anupam Basu has been the Director of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, and a Senior Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. He is presently Dr. Raja Ramanna Chair Professor, Jadavpur University, and Distinguished Honorary Professor at Sister Nivedita University and Shiv Nadar University. He is a well-known researcher in the areas of artificial intelligence and cognitive systems, embedded systems and language processing. He has led a number of development projects for technology-enabled education, including school education and education for those with physical disabilities, and as a leading NLP researcher, has developed several tools and systems for processing of Indian language, especially Bangla, through computers. He has also been a visiting professor at the University of California at Irvine, University of Dortmund, Germany, and at the University of Guelph, Ontario, Canada. He has about 270 publications in international journals and conferences of repute. He has acted as the chairperson of the Center for Educational Technology, IIT Kharagpur, and chairperson of the AICTE Curriculum Revision Committee for Computer Science and Engineering. He has served in several committees of the Government of India and those in the state of West Bengal. One of his major achievements in setting up of the Society for Natural Language Processing Research, SNLTR, an organization which among other things has digitized the entire Robindra Rachanabali, all genres, in Unicode format along with the Swaralipi of the songs. I would like to request Professor Anupam Basu to kindly address the audience. Sir, please.
A very good morning to all of you. It's indeed a privilege for me to again come back to this podium and talk about NPTEL. When I was at IIT Kharagpur, I used to address this meeting of the SPOCs so many times, and that brings back naturally very sweet memories. I've been associated with this activity along with IIT Madras, and I always felt that it is really useful, very useful. I myself have got, I think, 2 courses running here on the NPTEL platform. But after I left IIT Kharagpur, also superannuated after my directorship at NIT Durgapur, and I got associated with some private engineering colleges, universities, and could see them, I rediscovered the importance of these NPTEL courses. My previous speakers have rightly pointed out various utilities of this course, but it also reminds me of the famous novel Aronnak by Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay. Many of you might have read it, those who are from West Bengal. I'll just tell a little part of that. There was a lady, tribal lady called Bhanumati. The author made Bhanumati in a Chotonagpur forest and asked Bhanumati, Bhanumati, have you seen Kolkata? Bhanumati said, no, sir. Have you ever heard the name of Kolkata? No, sir. Bhanumati, have you ever heard the name Bharatvarsho, India? Bhanumati said, no, sir. Is it a big city? When I went out, I found that not so much for the students. I feel if the leaders of the different colleges and Professor Indranil is here under his leadership, MacLeod colleges and everybody, I think it's not so much about the students but for the teachers. These can be fantastic resources for the teachers. I always say that instead of those, excuse my using this term, some blah blah FDP courses that the government runs it often, and in many FDP courses I found that I am giving the lecture and the teachers are so tired that they're in a slumber and the certificate will be there at the end and the FDP courses go on. Instead, if for the new subjects I found it works magically, for example, in the signal processing, old course by Professor Tapan Basu, when I forced some faculty that you attend this course and you also write an exam, none of us are going to see your certificate, but you write the exam and tell us that I have got the certificate. The entire teaching process changes. I am not blaming anybody. But unfortunately, the legacy of good teaching must percolate down to the young teachers who are not that fortunate to have been exposed to good teaching and the advanced subjects. Hence, NPTEL is doing an excellent job in conducting exams. There are so many students who are appearing for the exams and doing well, and I know that these courses are also standing them in good stead where they can apply for jobs. But my request, along with the student endeavor, please also include a teacher's necessary refresher through NPTEL. If that can be done, necessary. It cannot be voluntary. Those of you who know the subjects will just sail through it. Those of you who do not know the subject so well, now new subjects are coming in and the teachers have to gear up to that. That is one thing I request the leaders of NPTEL now to consider if that can be put in. Along with that, of course, the students, the assessments, I think still are an issue, but we are doing it in an objective type and doing some balancing about this. That's going on fine, maturing day by day. But along with that, I feel new courses should also come in, and which are coming in every day. Like um, we use turmeric in any cooking medium, just like that. AIML is coming up everywhere, but real serious AIML for mechanical engineering, AI for electrical engineering, such courses can also be devised, and I'm sure the faculty members of IITs will make it. I consider this sort of um, conglomeration to be very effective, and the SPOCs can take the message in, and if you can encourage your teachers, your college leaders, administrators, that let the teachers slowly take up such courses and get some certification before they start taking a new course. That will really, I feel, have a tremendous result. And for the students who are after this COVID, everybody says after this COVID, but even before that COVID, never the students like to attend the courses. When we were students, we also didn't like to attend the courses. But so, in that, this NPTEL is giving them an opportunity. Now, AICT is also allowing 40% or more courses can be taken online. That gives them the freedom of self-paced courses. Let that go on along with the teachers refreshing and all those. I wish the program all the best. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enriching words. We are happy to have Professor Indranil Mukherjee with us. Dr. Indranil Mukherjee is currently professor in Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal, and is in charge of the PhD cell of the university. His current research interests are in the areas of data and business analytics, applications of quantitative and analytical techniques in different areas of management and social sciences, environmental management, as well as natural and applied sciences. He has published large number of papers in international journals, authored several book chapters, and has patent filed to his credit. Apart from guiding doctoral students, Professor Mukherjee has acted as PI, co-PI in research projects funded by UGC, IUC DAE, BARC, and MHRD. He has been actively involved in the academic initiatives undertaken in Macau, West Bengal, particularly in the fields of digital pedagogy, evaluation, placement, and entrepreneurship. Dr. Mukherjee has more than 25 years of professional experience, including working in software industry, teaching, training, and research. In addition to his normal roles and responsibilities, he has held several senior administrative positions in Macau, West Bengal. I'd like to invite Professor Indranil Mukherjee. Please, sir.
Very good morning to this distinguished gathering. We have with us several very eminent academicians, acclaimed practitioners in their field. So I would like to say big thanks to the NPTEL SWAYAM team for inviting me to this August gathering. Professor Anupam Basu's eloquent address took me back about 6 years. 2018 January, I was attending a workshop like this at IIT Kharagpur. Professor Basu was there. It was so kind of sir to have invited me to that gathering, and I also gave a talk there. As the nodal technology and management university of the state, Macau has been aggressively pushing the barriers of online education, pedagogy, teaching learning from much before the pandemic-induced disruption set in. Since 2017, we have been trying to inculcate this among the faculty members and students of our Macau ecosystem. Now, what benefited us greatly that when the pandemic struck and there was a sudden shutdown, ours was one university which took only maybe a week or so to get the ball moving. We rolled on quite uninhibited because we had introduced these reforms early on. I remember that we had created a kind of a correspondence in respect of CE&IT, the courses which our university had in its structured curriculum with the NPTEL SWAYAM courses as well as courses from other MOOCs platforms like Coursera or EDX. I fully agree with Professor Anupam Basu that teachers should get themselves certified in such a course before embarking on teaching, particularly in newer areas of teaching. We are constantly talking of learning, unlearning, and relearning. A wave of disruptive technologies sweeping across the globe. The landscape is changing, workforce dynamics is changing, expectations are changing. So we are in a quite volatile situation. Many of you who are in management education would know that in 2012, Harvard Business Review Press came out with a very good book. It's quite a very interesting book. It's called Your Strategy Needs a Strategy. And there these different, what you called event horizons are described. So today, the event horizons are not very clear to us, but we as academicians, there are thought leaders among us, distinguished people, leaders who can really model the system, who can take a very strong approach in taking things forward. Now, as my previous speakers have rightly mentioned, that today is a model of hybrid learning. AICT has already acknowledged that, other regulatory bodies have acknowledged that, and we today speak of breaking down silos. We today speak of solving a problem. I think Honorable Vice Chancellor from Nagaland very rightly pointed out the relevance of research today. Research should be relevant to societal and industrial needs. We are speaking of translational research. Now there NPTEL has a very, very important role, and it is already playing that role because it has such an array of courses. Say somebody from electrical engineering can happily take a refresher course in mathematics, for example. And therefore, and you know, today our thrust is on problem solving. Today the barriers must break down. There cannot be barriers like I am doing physics, I am doing economics, I am doing chemistry. We are trying to solve a problem whether at the global level or at the regional level or at the state level. So we should try to kind of pull the disparate threads. We need to coagulate our activities in order to achieve the goal. And there NPTEL plays a stellar role. Another very important thing is that like our university, it has so many affiliated colleges, and we are trying to build up a strong academic teaching learning ecosystem. And there, if we have a somewhat level field, then probably NPTEL can provide that. And maybe I would speak to my Honorable Vice Chancellor regarding this, whether we can engage in a more productive activity with NPTEL and SWAYAM, so that universities like us, which are affiliating technological universities, they are across the country today in almost in all the states, so that we can come together and contribute to this process. This is very, very important. The IITs and the IISc, the premier educational institutions of the country, are already doing the job. Under their leadership, if we can contribute in a better way, in a more meaningful way, to the development of a teaching learning academic ecosystem, which can contribute in a very proactive manner to training of manpower, because unless we have trained manpower, we cannot solve the nation's problems, we cannot solve the global problems. We speak so much about climate changes, climate threats, etc. But do we have the proper perspective? Do we have people who can deliver, who can really act as change agents? So there NPTEL, with its vast repertoire of courses, can play a very, very important role. So I believe that today we must start acting. This is an August gathering, and I think that we can be a very, very useful brainstorming session from where we can go on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. We are very happy to have here today Professor Ramkrishna Pasumarthy from NPTEL IIT Madras. Professor Ramkrishna is coordinator of NPTEL IIT Madras. He has received the PhD degree in Systems and Control from the University of Twente in Enschede, the Netherlands. He is currently a professor at the Indian Institute of Technology IIT Madras and is also associated with the Robert Bosch Center for Data Sciences and Artificial Intelligence IIT Madras. He also held visiting positions at the Stanford University School of Medicine, Stanford, USA. His research interests include modeling and control of complex physical and network systems with applications to power, traffic and brain networks, and identification and control and resource optimization in cloud computing systems. Since 2021, he is also a coordinator for NPTEL. I would like to invite Professor Ramkrishna Pasumarthy, NPTEL Coordinator, IIT Madras, to share his important inputs. Sir, please.
Professor Banerjee, Deputy Director IIT Kharagpur, Dr. Amit Patra, Honorary Joint Secretary, MOE, Shri Govindji Jaiswal, dignitaries on the stage, the entire IIT Kharagpur team and all the SPOCs of the East Zone, a very good morning and welcome to this wonderful meeting. I'll keep it short, I'm having a little sore throat. So my NPTEL journey started in 2017 when I had very little idea of what goes on. All I knew was NPTEL, when some of my faculty friends had content recorded and displayed for a course. I just a little bit of curiosity of how this online platform works, just to give it a try. So what I found was, little more, okay. So what astonished me or a good surprise was the enormity of the effort that goes in and the massive outreach of these programs when I started participating in discussion forums and so on and so forth. The outreach is enormous, and what really makes it successful. To start off with, a quality content which is generated by faculties across IITs, IISc, ICERs, and so on. A very good delivery mechanism by our learning management system, and a proctored exam at the center which adds credibility to the certificates. Now, in any of these larger initiatives, we need a cooperation of the government. The government has been really kind to us in offering us support financially, generously, and even otherwise. And the regulatory bodies. So in a recent meeting where there was invited, chaired by the chairman UGC, one statement he made was anything that you learn should be used for credit. And with the help of constantly engaging with regulatory bodies like the UGC, the AICTE, we have enabled credit transfer for a lot of courses. And I think people who are here, maybe you can just look at the enormity of the statistics that we have to go back and convince your university VCs, college principals, board of studies to actively participate in the credit transfer program. And last but not the least is how do we ensure the last mile connectivity, any of the delivery processes. And that's where I think the role of SPOCs is the most important here, right? So what you do, you champion the role of NPTEL in your colleges, you make sure things go well, you make sure students register, because ultimately the beneficiaries are all students, right? And then I think the biggest contributors to this entire effort has been because of the SPOCs, and I congratulate all of you for being here, and a big thank you from all the NPTEL team to be here. And then a lot of interesting discussions about FDPs and about research and so on. And I think in the presentation we'll see how a lot of our courses can be created for FDP. A lot of workshops that we do in addition to the regular NPTEL coursework workshops from the industry, short-term workshops to a 6-month degree to 6-month certification program and so on. And I hope once you go back, you kind of take this back, advertise among your peers, your college students, and also try and bring to notice the decision-making bodies of your respective institutes and colleges. A lot of things about each time, so about how raising technologies possibly undermines the role of teachers or something. So like last time when I was here a few months ago, I had mentioned this little thing of when textbooks arrived in the market, people thought, oh, maybe the teachers' roles are redundant, right? But then textbooks actually help a lot of teachers to go back and teach in their own colleges. Similarly, with the online content has become a very nice additive for teachers and learners to go back and teach, learn new subjects, teach accordingly, and so on. And therefore, whatever tools we have, in terms of new ChatGPT and the rapid advances in technology, I just would say that this will not kind of undermine the role of teachers or certain jobs, our jobs. But it will just give a nice assist. Like for example, if you look at automobile, the engine kind of has remained similar. What has done is it has been a lot of additions have happened in a very modern technology where we talk about autonomous vehicles and so on. But the core engine still remains the same, and that is the university system, the institutional mechanisms, the teachers and the students and the delivery mechanism. So that's all I wanted to say. Thanks again for coming here, and then we look forward to the other sessions and a lot of questions, especially things about exam centers, things about lack of courses. I think all that will be up for discussion, and we will be possibly able to give you a lot of good answers by the end of today's session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivational words, sir. Now let us break for a tea and we shall join again in the next session at 11:30. Please enjoy your tea. We would like to request everybody to join the event. We shall start soon.
I request the dignitaries to please take their seats. We are going to start the presentation. We are starting off our technical session. Kindly take your seats.
Welcome back, everybody. May I now request Professor Hoimunti Banerjee, NPTEL Coordinator, IIT Kharagpur, to share her important inputs regarding the progress and evolution of NPTEL. Madam, please.
Welcome back to the session. Are we still expecting some more audience? Anybody outside? Can we just check once so that I can start the presentation? So anyway, I think we can move on with the presentation. Many of you might be, at least some of you might be attending such SPOC workshops more than once. So you might be knowing about the technical content of this presentation, but I will just give a very brief introduction, because after this presentation of mine, we have a very interesting interactive session which will be coordinated by IIT Madras. So you might consider this presentation as a prelude to that. Now, we are all aware of the impact and infrastructure of NPTEL. In the session that we had in the morning, our honorable guest and the dignitaries of the days, they talked about the NPTEL, the impact of the NPTEL is making in the educational system in the country. The figures are really amazing. As you can see, the number of the views, the number of the courses available, and the subscribers. So just to, recap some of these figures, like number of the courses completed 6,000 plus. We have about 2.55 crores of enrollment, about 35.35 lakhs of exam registration. Well, though there are many enrollment, exam registration we are picking up, but as we were discussing over the tea break also, and we always discuss, maybe there is a scope for improving our exam registration, but we are hopeful, and that's why we are reaching out to you, so that we can improve our exam registration and just take it forward. And there are so many certificates available. So this is the NPTEL online certificate. Many of you might be aware of this, and these are all, most of this information are available in the internet, but just to tell you about this. So this is the exam registration. As I said that though we are picking up, but we are hopeful that we can still do better, and there is some scope of improvement in this exam registration, and I would request the SPOCs just to motivate their students, for that they can have the more number of students enrolled for various exams. These are the courses which are run by the various departments, and we have this from the largest number, that we can see that mechanical engineering, computer science engineering, electrical engineering, the number of courses available. And also we have as I was talking in my morning session, that we have the largest repository, and there are so many disciplines which are involved. But as we can see that from the number of the courses, there are some areas where probably we could add on, we could just improve to the number of the courses, like maybe art, science, law. This is just a figure, not to say that these courses are doing well, or these domains are doing well, but just to see that where there are the gap areas, or where there is a demand which we can fill in. Some statistics on exam attendance and percentage, and the pass percentage, and gender result. As we can see that the gender split is quite encouraging, and we are gradually moving towards almost 50-50 balance. So that's quite encouraging. These are some of the reasons which we have got from the feedback that why NPTEL is very popular. Reasons for taking the NPTEL certification exam, and majority, as you can see, that the majority have said that these figures, this gray figure, which shows that the credit transfer, which is one of the biggest incentive that people have for registering to the NPTEL courses and the certification exams. Now, a few top 20 exam cities, we are looking forward to expand this, and this also we were discussing just before over some informal discussion. We were discussing with our guest here, the VCs, that we need to maybe increase the number of decentralize the process more and increase the number of the exam centers. So now let us see that how we can, what are the problem solving live sessions that we have every week. This is for the purpose of discussion, like after the classes, after we have we have attended these online classes, the students have attended these online classes. We have these live sessions every week, which help give some more for more in-depth learning. Some discussion points like the session view exam. Now, I mean, this presentation is a huge presentation, but so I don't want to really elaborate on every slide. Most of these slides are self-explanatory, so maybe I will be just skipping a few slides and just coming to some important points. Now, I think this many of you might be knowing that these are our PMRF scholars, like the Pradhan Mantri Research Fund, these scholars, and these are the feedback from our PMRF scholars, that how they are involved in this, and how they are getting motivated for being a part of NPTEL. So quite many positive feedback we have got from this. Now coming to the very important part of this presentation, that is the local chapters, the domain, stars, learners, and the other local chapters. So these are the various NPTEL stars. Now, as we can see, like we have various categories, starting from NPTEL believers to maybe NPTEL evangelist. Now, there are various criteria. We have various criteria for which a person, which a candidate needs to fulfill to become one of these NPTEL stars. Like, I think the toughest is the NPTEL evangelist, where they have to be present in at least 18 exams in 4 years or in 8 semesters, and passed in 3/4 of the courses appeared. But also we have NPTEL enthusiast, NPTEL domain scholars, where they are specializing in one domain, and also we have NPTEL motivated learners. So there are many. So these are the various what I would say, not incentives really, awards sort of that we have for all the stakeholders in NPTEL, for all the participants in NPTEL. Now, I'm sure there must be questions regarding this. So after this, we will have a separate feedback and question answer session, which will be taken care by Professor Ramkrishna from and Kamala Madam from IIT Madras. So as I said, this is just to set the ball rolling. Then if you see that how we are doing in terms of the numbers, how we are doing in terms of the numbers about these various these NPTEL stars, and the figures are quite encouraging again, as the numbers are constantly increasing. And particularly, I mean, if you see that the number of the NPTEL enthusiast or NPTEL discipline star, we are really doing well, and the figures are increasing. As you can see that starting from 2019 to 2023, we have just been growing. And I think that credit goes to all of you who are present here, and a big thanks for that. So now coming to the NPTEL domain certification. So these are the 3 very common questions, I mean, that we follow everywhere, that why, how, and what. That why do we need this? Just because it is a step for the preparation toward the higher education. How do we do that? That we complete a set of core and elective courses in one particular domain. And what do we get? We get a certification. And so these are some of the domain which are some of the very the preferred domain that we have. So this is the concept of NPTEL domain certification, whereby you have to go for this completing a set of core and elective courses, where you have to score a minimum score for each course greater than 35 to be completed in 3 years, within 3 years. And so to complete the student needs to complete his the subject choices, and then they can move forward. Now these are a few favorite domain certification that we have, all the disciplines: aerospace engineering, biotechnology and bioscience, chemical engineering and civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and so on. And this is a sample domain certificate that we get. Now, as you can see that the number of the scholars who have completed the number of the domain. So about 665 scholars, they have completed at least one domain. Now, and 46 too, I think that's a very encouraging figure, that there are about 46 scholars who have completed 2 domain, and that's how. And maybe just domain with most scholars: programming, data science, AI. So that's now scholars who have completed 3 or 4 domain. As you can see, the number of the domain completed, 4 domain have completed, and this is where the faculty members, the role is a faculty member as well as others are also there. So these are some of the domain where the name of the colleges are also reflected. 3, 4, and now coming to the duration, that in how many semesters, like what is the time required, if you try to understand what is the time required for completing this domain. So starting from 1 to 6, I think in 3, 4, and 5, so that is the average, that in 3, 4, and 5 semester, maximum number of candidates are completing the domain. Now the NPTEL superstars. So this is the list, and to acknowledge them, the coming from the faculty members are there, and also the others from the profession. So the names are being reflected here. So we acknowledge their achievement. The students in the July 2023 session. So these are highest number of NPTEL courses which have been taken till date. So this shows the course count, and as we can see, about if you see that, take the course count of 10 or 9 or something like that, about 1,000 plus candidates, the count goes to that. I think these figures, IIT Madras will be more familiar with this figure, so we can maybe have move on this and have this discussion later on in the next semester. In the next session. Now here also the highest number of NPTEL courses taken, and the names of the colleges are being reflected here. As we can see that all double figures, quite encouraging to see all double figures, starting from 17, the number of courses 23. So, and also we see the distribution of colleges from the various states. Maybe there are some certain regions or certain states are more proactive in this, so we have to just take it forward to and make it a national affair. Now these links are there. I'm not sure that whether these links will be opening here, but we can some details are there which can be shared. So these are our achievers. We have these T-shirts for NPTEL stars, and this is our branding. You can say we try to brand NPTEL and just reach out to all. Sorry. We also have feedbacks from these NPTEL stars. Now, these are some of the initiatives we are going to discuss one by one. So, starting from credit transfer, GET exams, we have the industry associates translation, we have MOU with AICT, NPTEL Plus that we are considering our future for anytime learning. NPTEL Plus we are going to talk about. We have this concept of CSR, lab workshops, the supports that we are willing to give for the SPOCs, and the our expectations from SPOCs. I think we have got a, in the registration kit that we have circulated, we have got a SPOC guidebook sort of a thing, where we have mentioned that what kind of support system we can be providing to the SPOCs, and also what we are as our expectation from the SPOCs, so that we can just enhance and increase this virtual wave of learning. Soft skill trainings, that's also becoming very popular. I think in the last week we had a PIC meeting in Delhi, where we were talking about my colleagues from IIT Madras, they were talking about the importance of the soft skill training, and how the students studying in the remote areas, in the remote colleges, how they have expressed their satisfaction while availing these courses, these specialized courses on soft skill, which particularly help them in getting employment. So I think that was the presentation which was shared by my colleague from IIT Madras, which was very encouraging. So just want to acknowledge that presentation and highlight the importance of this soft skill training in this very technical domain. I'm very comfortable with this. Yeah, so this is as we have seen those bar diagrams, that credit transfer is one of the biggest USP of NPTEL. So how does credit transfer happen? SPOCs are aware of that, and we want to spread this message also, that UGC has permitted up to 40% of credit transfer from SWAYAM courses, and those who are present here, I'm sure they know that how credit transfer happens. So this is a very simple course. First of all, it has to be approved by the academic council of the university, or the autonomous institution, whatever that is, and then they have to just define that how many credits, which are the credits, and then of course it will fall into the what kind of courses that can be taken, and then the process will start. So this is as one of the major reason why one major reason of NPTEL's popularity. Now this is we know that, considering the diversity of our nation, that how important this is, the translation, that we still have this more than 240 unique courses translated into various languages, and we have the soft copies which can be downloaded from the NPTEL websites. So this is this also we are now relying on the SPOCs also, so that because it is not possible for just the coordinators or the coordinating institution to take care of this, but translation, we need the help of the SPOCs. These are some of the translation details, and this shows that the number of the courses which have already been done, and the number of ongoing courses, and the number of hours, number of lectures, and number of the courses or course language combinations. We can see the languages where the translation has already happened. We see lot many courses being translated into Hindi, into Gujarati, Bengali, Tamil, Telugu, and Malayalam. So many we are doing reasonably well in this, but we have to just, again, as I said, that this is not the end, we have to take it forward. So it's not only the transcripts or book translations are also required. because now these contents can be accessed in the form of the PDFs which have been translated into various versions, and the books in different languages can also be part of the repository, and of course the audios dubbed, or I mean the in languages, that is the video lectures dubbed in different languages. We have this translation website. Now, I think we also are not only doing just manual translation, but we are now taking the help of softwares for doing the basic translation. So that's the speeding up the process. So I think this also IIT Madras, I mean, is taking a lead role in this process of translation, and they will be explaining even if there is any question related to this. We also had a quite exhaustive discussion on this in the last PIC meeting at Delhi that we had attended. Now, this is what the faculty, this is the FDP or the certificate which the faculty can get by attending the NPTEL course. So this is our, where I was talking about in the mother slide, I was talking about our MOU with AICTE. So this is, and we are happy to say that our MOU has been renewed for the next 5 years, and so this we are hopeful that we can have more number of the faculty who can avail this these FDP certificates from NPTEL courses. These are certain criteria for certification, and like number of the weeks of the NPTEL courses which are to be attended for availing the certificate, and these are some of the, again, quite a few very encouraging statistics and the total courses and the FDP courses. Now, this is the exam registration and the faculty, particularly the faculty participation in it, and this gives the percentage, that is the registration enrolled versus registration. Now, here this is particularly meant for the SPOCs, like the support that will be rendered for attending the conferences. So these are starting from 2019 to 2023. So these are the applications that we have received, and applications approved, and the applications which have been utilized. So some gap between the applications approved and application utilized. Now the observations are there, many in non-approved venues. So whatever the recent figures that we have, that maybe there are some bottlenecks for which maybe the approval didn't happen, but still, I mean, those applications which were approved, we can see that there is a gap in the utilization of the approved conferences also. So, but nevertheless, we have to work on it, and just the information for the SPOC that you are aware of the supports which we have for the conferences. Now, this is next one, that is the free preparation or assistance for the GATE examination, and where we start from the right from the GATE syllabus mapping. We have the mock test, video solutions, and the live sessions, online assistance through mentors who volunteer for this. So this is the whole bucket of support system that we have for the GATE examinations. Now these are for undergrads. They can avail these services through NPTEL platform. Feedback from the GATE learners, quite encouraging, as we see that Priyanshu, he has said that because of you, NPTEL India, you had a huge part of this success, huge thanks to all those IIT professors spreading knowledge on NPTEL, and that's also for free. So we are happy to get this feedback. That keeps us moving, actually. That encourages us when we get positive feedback from the students or from our beneficiaries. So that's really encouraging. Now, this is very important because we are now we are looking forward to that to spread this. That is NPTEL Plus, because NPTEL Plus is what are the specialities of NPTEL Plus and how it is maybe different from NPTEL. So if you can see the pointers, that it is a self-paced NPTEL course, can have this combination of life and blended course, short-term and long-term learning, the regular MOOC, and also the IIT-CCE programs. Now here we have our partner industries and the partner institutes who also join us for this NPTEL. Now the concept here is, as the key phrase says, or the tagline says, leverage the reach of NPTEL and certification anywhere, anytime. So that's the USP of this NPTEL Plus, but which is definitely a paid e-learning portal. But yes, it has its own merits, because you can access all types of online courses. There will be online assignments, there are tutorial sessions, and very important, there will be remotely proctored examinations. So yeah, this is the NPTEL versus the NPTEL Plus that we have. The type of program, now this is the NPTEL needs to be a Senate approved academic courses for credit transfer. NPTEL Plus is any type of training program. It can be just a simple skill upgradation or capacity building for professionals or for anyone. There is NPTEL has more, if you say the target audience is students and faculty, that is the members in the colleges primarily, and the NPTEL Plus will cater to the industry professionals and also the focus groups. So it is a process of continuous learning. So, and also the nature of courses, now NPTEL is very structured. It is time bound, that these are offered during a particular period of the year. So you have the 4, 8, 12 courses with this 10, 20, 30 hours of content. I mean, you are all aware of that, and we have these weekly assignments which are to be completed and semester exams. But NPTEL Plus gives you that flexibility. I mean, it is a self-paced, first of all, so you can just take your own time. It's a long-term learning program, and duration, of course, can be 4 hours to 12 months. So you have the time, you have the freedom to choose it. So NPTEL Plus has all these advantages, and the frequency of offering is only, as I said, restricted, and this will be offered any time of the year, anytime, anywhere. So that's the catchword. So that's enough flexibility is there. Fees, NPTEL is of course free. It's as in the morning session, our chief guest was mentioning this, that is a MOE funded and it's free to enroll. But NPTEL Plus, yes, all programs are paid, and of course but there are variable fees for different participants. Open to anyone. So now this NPTEL Plus, the number can be limited or kept open. That depends upon the nature of the course. Now these NPTEL Plus workshops which have been completed, hours of workshop, and we acknowledge the faculty members who were involved in this, and the total number of participants also reflects the scale of the workshop. But yes, again, we can have more. To acknowledge the name of acknowledge the faculty members and the colleges. Internship for toppers. So this is again an incentive that we are giving, like the courses which are offering now. Faculty have to give the consent to take interns during the summer or the winter for those who are toppers in the NPTEL exam. So this is a special opportunity for them. So the faculty will have the flexibility have the choice to pick up from the pool. And now internship can be now, since after COVID we are just getting more and more used to it, so it can be in person or it can be online, depending upon the nature of the work and the comfort zone of the faculty as well as the intern. So NPTEL will be reaching out to the toppers, and they will be kind of doing matchmaking. So, and it will become, confirmation will be by NPTEL only, and the stipends and certificates will be there. Some internship for the toppers. So these are, again, as you can see, that the offers accepted and offers completed, and in winter we just have the offers accepted now. The offers, we can see in some cases there's some difference between the offers accepted and the offers completed. Maybe they were good students, so they had got multiple offers, and somehow they didn't finally maybe accept the offers. But otherwise also, the offers accepted, the figures are, I mean, both the figures are, I mean, the individually, if you just see the, instead of seeing the, compare it with the offers completed to the offers accepted, if you just see the offers completed over the time, we see a increase in the numbers, the absolute number. So that is quite encouraging, I must say. Now, these are internship data, which is the SPOC, inside the SPOC login. I don't know how much visible this is, but so yeah, this I was talking about the soft skill training, and this HR mock interview, one-to-one interview, group discussions and all. So now this also we were discussing in this PIC meeting, that someone has told that the help that they have got from NPTEL in getting placement in their colleges, I mean, they're really very thankful for that. So this is a domain which is doing really well. You can see that these are the feedback. After completing the training, the students are able to clear the job interviews in various companies, and we have people from, we have students from Chennai, this Tamil Nadu, I think majority of them are from Chennai. Now, these are the laboratory workshops. Laboratory workshops are for hands-on training, and many of these workshops they have been doing, and in recent times, I think in particularly in 2023 and the so-called post-COVID era, we are doing well in organizing and controlling and coordinating these workshops, and IIT, ISR Bhopal, IIT Bombay, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Madras, they have conducted these workshops, and the number of participants are also quite encouraging, and these are all in-person workshops. So again, we have to have more of this kind of the lab workshops, as we were also discussing in the morning session, that just not theoretical lessons will be sufficient, but also we need to engage students and the learners into this, engage more into this engaging workshop. Now this could be during the vacations, when maybe the laboratories are otherwise less loaded. These institutes can have this workshop organized in their laboratories. These are our social media network. Now I'll just quote information which was given to me again by IIT Madras, that the third one, that is the Twitter. So we had a drop in that Twitter because something happened with our page, and I think there was a drop from 55,000 to 619. So don't be disheartened by the just 619 Twitter followers, but we had many more, but due to some, what is a very common term, that technical error, that our followers in Twitter have dropped down. But others you can see. We are happy to have our industry associates, and particularly the domain. So I think we are, since nowadays we talk about more of industry academia interaction. So, and industry and academic go hand in hand. I can't take I'm an architect, urban planner. I can take an example from my domain, like Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. They have come up with a very interesting program which they call SAR, that is the Smart City Academia and Industry Research, whereby the institutions get attached to a smart city, and the students and the smart city officials, they work in tandem together. So whatever, so what I'm saying, so this is the need of the hour, that is the industry academia interaction, and these are our industry associates, and absolutely we need to reach out to more our industry partners and to enhance this. Some more. So these are our the other NPTEL partners. We're happy to say that NPTEL partners with Microsoft for these certification courses. We have this TI internship, whereby the Texas Instruments they have this special offer for the NPTEL students, and they present an excellent opportunity to where the students can qualify for an internship for a full-time position with TI. So that's quite encouraging, because ultimately the student, we know the aspirations of the students. They are looking for a good career at the end of the day. So all these kind of internships or the tie-ups with the industry, post they get their education and the certificates and the degrees, they definitely will be adding on to the, these are the USPs of the NPTEL, and would definitely encourage more participants. So this is the TI internship opportunity that we have. This one, similar. So as you can see, profile of 30+ candidates were shared with this organization, their HR. The tests were conducted, and in English reasoning, quantitative aptitude and interview, and the 13 were selected. So 5 joined the internships also based on their location and preferences. So these are the the school to job program, something like that. CSR. So NPTEL, we have our CSR donors, and some of our eminent CSR donors. The names have been reflected here. So as you can see, and we have this about one pen talks about the again the basic idea of NPTEL to reaching out to every corner of the country. Those were the Tier 2 and the Tier 3 cities, or the students from the Tier 2 and the Tier 3 cities, how they can be benefited, because how they can be at par with the students who may be living at a slightly more advantageous location, how they can be benefited from the students of the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, getting exam waiver as a support. We also have the concept of fee waiver for these NPTEL students. Now, some feedback, as I said, from the student beneficiaries, which keep us moving. So these are from various the colleges covered by the NPTEL. We have about 287 local chapters, LC colleges, and some very quite encouraging students' feedback in terms of fee waiver, in terms of just the other financial and various other support that they have received, the beneficiaries. Now the local chapters. So these are the list of the local chapters that we have, and active and percentage active. So this shows that the states, again, just to see where we stand, instead of just without, comparing ourselves with anybody, but just to see where we stand and where we need to improve, we need to assess. So this is the percentage of the active local chapters in the various states, and how the East Zone is performing. You can just have a look at this. So these are the percentage of the active local chapters for all the states of the country. There is the figures are slightly skewed, but I think which needs to be reviewed, and we can take it up so that we can bridge the gap. This participation in terms of the exam runs, so this gives the time series data. well, time series data definitely is, if you say the LC fractions percentage is not that, we are improving, definitely we are improving. So, participation of the local chapters. So, this is the state-wise registration and the total registration. Again, it gives us, the last profile, if you see that July to December 2023. So we have been more or less maintaining similar, quite a flat profile, but yeah, we are, but there can be a, again, scope for improvement. So these are the communication modes with the NPTEL office for access to data. We are aware that NPTEL websites, what all data is accessible, and these are the WhatsApp groups are there. We have the WhatsApp groups for every state. We have a Google group of SPOCs. We have email IDs available. We have the phone numbers. So the communication is always open. The communication channel is open, and we encourage all of you to reach out to us, to communicate with us, so that we can spread this wave. Top 10 LCs in July to December 2023. We acknowledge the achievement, their rating. So these are some of the awards in more categories, like recognizing the new LCs, where the faculty participation, where LC is showing the maximum improvement in terms of change, in terms of rating points. They are showing improvement in terms of the number certified, the top arts and science colleges. They have where the LCs which have the maximum number of NPTEL stars, like that. And some special categories. The local chapters which are active, A+, AA, and AAA. I think I'm almost reaching the end of my time, so I'll just skip through these. And these are our local chapter stars, the colleges. For the last 8 semester. We have the mentor statistics. Happy to say that the number of the mentors are growing. Feedbacks we have, I think, and these links will be shared with you, so you can always check the feedbacks that what we are having. Quite encouraging feedback. So that's all. I think I've just kept to the time which was allotted to me. So now I will end my presentation here, which will be followed by a question answer session, and I would request Riti to take it up from here. Thank you. Thanks for patient listening.
Thank you so much, madam. Now we will have a question and answer session. So I would like to request Ms. Kamala Ramakrishnan, Operation Head, NPTEL IIT Madras, to come to the stage, please. You can raise your queries to Kamala, madam. Madam, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Professor Shantanu Devnath from Camellia School of Engineering and Technology. As our honorable chief guest has said, like AI ML is booming now, but according to the survey, it is going to come down to a bottleneck very soon. So quantum computing will leap up, and iOS is also moderating their own operating system to prevent quantum attack. So can we have more courses on quantum computing or like blockchains and other things, which is the emerging things in future? Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think the obvious answer is yes. I can speak a little, maybe not accurately, but some of these are evolving areas, and research moves very fast, and it might take a while till it will mature to a course which can be delivered. But I think there are a lot of workshops which we do on NPTEL Plus related to quantum, blockchain. There are these short-term programs which go from like 4 hours till a week's program. I think so. Even like when a book comes in market, right? Like a professor teaches his course for 4 or 5 times, and that his notes become books. I think we are in the stage of in that stage for these courses on quantum and blockchain. But they are all fast emerging. If you see, there are courses which are being added up, and a couple of courses which are sitting on review and will be offered in the next semester. Yes, sir. Okay. I think the
Good
mic is
morning.
going on.
My name is Arindam. I teach in Patna International School of Management. I have actually 2 questions. Very first is our college is an independent college which is registered, the undergraduate course is registered under Aryabhat Knowledge University. And the postgraduate course we run under AICTE. So we are AICTE's, the certification is being done from the AICTE. So the challenge we face is in the undergraduate program, AKU doesn't give any credit to the courses that are being done by these students from our institute. So if something could be done from NPTEL and that the universities accept or give some credit to the students, which would help student enroll for these kind of programs. That is my first part. And second is we would like to know how to get ourselves as mentors in the NPTEL program in the future. Thank you.
Okay, there are 2 questions. Mentors, of course, I will answer. The credit transfer is, okay, from NPTEL, we offer courses, and then there is a regulatory body which says, yes, you can, like UGC, ICTE, which will tell the colleges that you can take these courses for credit. Now, how to do that at the local level, I may not be really, so the people here who spoke in the morning, sir, if you can, being a VC and other positions which deal directly with the colleges. So, sir, there are things about students want to credit, but the institute is hesitant or something. So, if you can suggest a roadmap so that they can go back and tell their things, that would be nice.
Okay, thank you. I think this is a very interesting question and also very contextual, like credit transfer. Now, yours is a college which is affiliated to some university. So what normally happens is the governing body of the college, or whatever is the highest policy making body, they need to pass a resolution saying that you want to do a credit transfer for such and such courses. And then you have to make an application to the Vice Chancellor of your affiliating university. Vice Chancellor may himself approve the proposal, or he may get it vetted through the academic council, which is the highest academic policy-making body of an university. So that is the normal process. And of course, there need to be some regulatory approvals from UGC or AICTE. So basically, your affiliating university, UGC, and your local college. So in this these are the 3 basically units or bodies who will coordinate this activity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I hope that answers the bit question. So you have to deal at a little different level. Mentors, you can, Kamala ma'am can say something.
So, good afternoon, everybody. So, mentors are faculty from your college, right? So, this is again a volunteering opportunity for the faculty. So, how it happens is the mentor also has to join the course. Just like students, mentors should also join the course. So, and the mentor has to be nominated by the SPOC. We have made the process in this way because when the students get a mail about the course, the mentors will also get the same mail. because they are also students of that course. Now the next question comes, should they write the exams? No, it is not compulsory. Mentors are there to help the students, guide the students. So many times what we see is when a course has a mentor, when there is a faculty in person at the college to help and guide the students, it helps. Many times the students who are hesitating to ask questions because they are not comfortable asking the questions in English, to that level we are seeing how mentors are able to help. They are also students, they can pose the questions in the discussion forums and get the answers. They can assemble in one room in the lab or something and learn together, submit assignments together and so on. So mentoring is not compulsory, but what we see is when there are mentors, students are doing better. And as a way of recognizing mentors, depending on the performance of the students, we give them certificates at the end of the semester. Now, how many students can be under one faculty as a mentor? That again a question comes up, right? So typically what we say is mentors, you are faculty, you are busy with your own work at the college, so don't take more than 50 students at a time. Let's say it is 60, 70. If you are able to do it, please do. But we say max take 50 students. Beyond that, it will be difficult for you to follow up also. So let's say in your college, in a particular course, there are 100 students. So you can nominate 2 mentors for that course and so on. So this is something, again, like I said, mentors don't have to take the exam. They just can be like a student, but at the faculty level. I hope I was able to help you. Next question.
Ma'am, thank you. Actually, I am from Assam University, Silchar. Actually, the main problem is running the NPTEL course in our university, and this is regarding the back students. We have actually running NPTEL from 2017, and the credit transfer is actually implemented from last year, 2023 onward. And in 3 courses, we have total 6 numbers of students. They have failed in NPTEL papers. And then I contacted NPTEL authority, probably Kamala madam, and other staffs. And I came to know that there is a provision for local examination in the university. And accordingly, I wrote to our university authority to conduct the local examination. Then they, from controller of examination branch, they have actually sent the file saying that give us some documentary evidence that university can conduct local examination. We have provided that document also. There is a guideline for such examination. But now things are actually not going on smoothly. We are unable to convince the controller of examination regarding that. So my request actually for the their future, for those 6 students, if you can conduct back NPTEL papers, if you provide some solution for that, that will be better. Otherwise, our actually students, they are going to pass their 4th semester. So just after 2 months, they are supposed to get their final certification. But because of that credit transfer and all those things, they are stuck up with the whole system. So please highlight, give us some suggestion for that.
So this is a problem, like, because in universities it's easy to conduct supplementary exams, 10 people, 1 room. Here, if I can use the word which Indigo uses, operational reasons, like if you see, we conduct exam for almost, this year we will reach I think 14 to 15 lakhs per year. So what started off with 1 exam day per semester is now 6 exam days this semester, 6 plus and maybe more. And you see, we are like really, more than GATE and all that. We would want to conduct, but then the point is that again we have to, because we do a TCS thing, getting those centers. For 10 people to run a center is again, it's operationally a little difficult. So while we evolve a policy on that, so one thing which I think ma'am also presented was about NPTEL Plus, where the courses run throughout the year. You can start the course today, you can binge watch the course in the next 30 hours, finish the assignments, and do an online proctored exam in the next available slot. That is one thing which you can treat quote unquote as supplementary exam. Uh, and we can give you some certificate. It will not be the regular NPTEL certificate because the PIC approves only the TCS thing which we go through the regular route. That you can present to your academic council. See, again, when I say my credit is, my course is worth 3 credits, I can only recommend that. Okay. Now what individual universities do is there at their implementation level is where some of those checks and balances happen. So you have to work, I think, around that. You can do an exam via NPTEL Plus. If there is good amount of requests, we can do an online proctored exam for that course.
To add to what Professor was saying, typically NPTEL exams, NPTEL Plus exams, it is any time, that's what we say. So currently we are conducting online proctored exams for NPTEL, certain NPTEL courses on the NPTEL Plus platform on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now these are monitored by our team members. So that is why we are charging separate fee for that.
What is the fees, ma'am?
I'm not exactly sure. So for the exam it is 1500. Even for enrolling there is a fee. But then again, for small number of courses, we are trying to see if our CSR sponsors will cover that fee. Which means for LC students, for a small number of students, we can waive those fees also. So you please write to us to see if the course is available on NPTEL Plus. Not all courses are available. Okay. If the course is available there, we can conduct NPTEL these proctored exams on a weekend for these students. Okay. Please bring it to our attention, sir. Write to us and we'll see how we can help.
Email. Okay, thank you, madam.
But then to convince your academic council is, I cannot recommend. I can only...
We are constantly writing, sir, to our authorities, but...
yeah, so I think ultimately it's about the degree granting authority to see what is valid, what we can only enable. Please, yeah.
So for your query, I want to answer one thing. For example, if a student is taking an NPTEL course, you allow the student to take the course one semester earlier. Suppose if the course he is taking third semester, he is getting pass, in the fourth semester you waive one subject and add it. So if he is getting fail, in the fourth semester he has to study the normal papers. Okay. Can you understand? This is what we are following. So for example, big data analysis. The student is studying at third semester. He is writing the exam. Unfortunately, he failed. Some people, they passed. So they are having 3 or 4 credits in the hand. So these credits will be waived in the fourth semester. So those who failed, they have to take the regular papers. Those who passed in the particular paper, then some credit will be waived in the next semester. If you do that, students will not be affected. This is what we are practicing.
Thanks. That's a beautiful suggestion. I think, yeah. So many of these locally you can innovate and think on that.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, myself Orpon from RCC IIT.
Yes, sir.
I have some points. First of all, you have introduced a very nice initiative that those students who are bypassing their college, they have to enroll if their domain ID that will be merged with the college database. For example, if my student is something.org.in and if they are bypassing the college, then the local chapter, it will be added. It's fine. Now the point is, suppose I am graduating after 4 years or my postgraduate completed after 2 years and I am becoming a professional. So my institutional domain ID will be invalid after that. So once I am continuing to trying to go for the new courses on NPTEL, whether is there any provision that my old courses should be added with my new email ID, otherwise my old results will be totally invalid. That's my point number 1, madam. Yeah. Second point, as per AICT regulation, MCA courses are under AICT and from 2024-25 BCA courses 4 years will be under AICT. But there is no such provision that these people should consider while enrolling that computer application is their subject domain. They have to force to choose others. But as per AICT guideline, MOOC is a compulsory paper for the 4th semester. They have to make 3 credit or 4 credit for every institute across India. But surprisingly, in last 4 to 5 years, MCA students are forced to choose either computer science engineering or others while enrolling from an institution. That point should be eradicated. You have to introduce computer application as a discipline. That's my second point. And a third point, in the discipline star NPTEL, there is no provision for electronics and communication engineering, everything under electrical engineering. But the questions comes, I have asked my personal query to SS Das also, that though composite mark sheet shows everything under electrical engineering, but most of the people, not only me, but some also my colleagues and students also, they are debarred from the discipline engineering certificate from NPTEL Star because some courses may go under EC, but your domain does not show any course under EC. So that provision, either you should change your comparative mark sheet, or you please include that facility in the NPTEL discipline star so that people should know that these are under electrical discipline and these are under electronics discipline. You have not provided the option, but the responses when people are receiving from the NPTEL office are not such a good quality remark. Thank you, madam. That are my 3 points.
Okay. So question number 1 I will address. 2 and 3 I think sir will address. Question number 1 was about the domain, that when you leave the college, your domain is going to change, or you switch jobs or something, right? What will happen when you are continuing with the courses and so on? So we do have a provision for that. You can write to us. We will give you a Google form where we will collect some ID card, etc., to show that it is the same person using the same ID and so on. Then we will map it, all the previous courses, to your new ID. So that provision is there. I'm sorry? Please send a mail to local chapter mail ID. Yeah. So we have a Google form specifically for this. So we will help you with that, not a problem. Okay? 2 and 3.
I think 2 and 3 are kind of related. Computer science, computer applications, and then electrical, and then you have communications. Okay, IIT Madras, we only have one department, which is electrical department. Then ECE, telecom, instrumentation, everything comes under that. I don't know what's the exact answer to your question, but within electrical also we have some domain certifications, essentially aligned to the areas of research in IIT Madras, or even the MTech programs that we offer. For example, there is a domain, especially for communication engineering, there's a domain for VLSI and microelectronics, there's a domain for so discipline. I think I understand that, but okay, as of now, yeah.
And your discipline star, if you browse, I am quite audible to all of you. Going for your actually composite mark sheet from your portal, everything falls under E. Responses coming from IIT Madras, not everything under E. So if their NPTEL portal is right, or the responses who are sending from IIT Madras, they are right. You have your confusion within your end. And the examinee, those who are actually going for the courses, they are totally confused. They don't know what is right. Your portal showing, if you rush now, if you check in front of all the people, your discipline start showing only the electrical engineering is the option. Now your responses coming from IIT Madras, they said these are under EC, these are not under E, these are under E, this is not under E, like that. So who is right? NPTEL portal is right, or the responses who are giving from IIT Madras are right? I have asked this query to Mr. SS Das also, because he was the nodal coordinator for IIT KGP for a long time. He is saying that E is the right term, but don't get any positive responses from IIT Madras. So either please edit your portal prior to the exam, or you make your answers right from IIT Madras. Don't make the examinees confused in that manner. And
Okay,
make the computer application please include in your enrollment site.
Yeah, a computer application I'll take as a suggestion. The other things, I think during the break, you can just show me, and we will see what we can do in that. I don't quite understand your question, but I think we can work on that. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
good afternoon. I'm Onkon Basu from, again, Macau University, and we are having hotel management courses. So now it is a non-AICT course, hotel management, wherein this NPTEL is a compulsory program that has been included from last year. Now the problem that we are facing is that there is no specific, my first question is there is no specific topics that our students can attempt for, number one. Number two, the problem is that whatever related subjects the students are choosing, they are actually, it is in this SWAYAM we find that they go for the training process during the month of December or January till the month of June. During this period, whatever the courses that are being offered are not related at all or they are not applicable at all during this period of time from January to June. So they cannot attempt or they cannot choose any particular course which is related to the hotel management. Third point is that they go for their training program, and during the training program they are attending their training, and it is training for at least 10 to 12 hours in a day. Now they do not get time to attend the classes or the whatever the lectures are being given. So they are really in a dilemma how to cope up with this situation. Fourth point is that they cannot choose the place for their examination. There are students who go out of India also. Now, it's very problematic for them, not even problematic, they cannot choose any specific place for going and appearing for the examination. So these are the 5 questions that I have for my students. Can you please clarify and give us some real solution so that the students, because it's a compulsory program for them during the course of time of NPTEL and during their training program. And it has been directed by the university itself. I think, yes, Indranil sir is here. He is aware of the situation. So, sir.
Okay. So, Onkon has some interesting questions. I'll take it up one by one. First of all, you are talking about the specific course that your students want to take. See, the hotel management course is a relatively young one in the NPTEL repertoire, so maybe it will take a little time for things to mature. I think ma'am and sir will work on it. We will be there to help them if at all they need our help. That is number one. So it is a transient phase probably. So to attain the steady state, some time needs to be given. That is one. Second is that you see hotel management is a sectoral management education, but there are in any management education is essentially a 3-level education. You know that you have core courses, you have functional courses, you have specialization courses. So you might use NPTEL if not specifically for the hotel management courses, but for the core courses and functional courses also. That is number 2. Number 3 is the training. Your students go for training. Their schedule really doesn't match with the NPTEL schedule. I think there, what Haimanti ma'am has shown us, your students can probably go for NPTEL Plus, because that is a little more flexible. You see, when NPTEL started, things were, everything takes a lot of time. Many of us have read about the capability maturity model, so it takes time to evolve. So it is in the evolutionary stage. So do keep in touch with the university also, so that we can also, we can work in a collaborative mode. And yes. I was mentioning in my address that we have to create a collaborative ecosystem who can help each other.
Sir,
and
one thing is
yes.
that because this has been oriented, the program needs to be incorporated during the training program. That is the problem. Had it been added in any other semester, then that would have been different.
So maybe, this is probably not the NPTEL professors to answer. This is probably university has to take up regarding I mean, restructuring the curriculum a little bit so that it can be placed in some other semester.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
talk about it later.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Nilin, sir.
So one point I want to add is, let's say the student has enrolled to one of, say, a management course or a soft skills course or something like that, right? Even though it is not, like sir was saying, it is not under, it comes under the hotel management sector, some other elective courses or something, if the student manages to enroll, manages to register for exam, and let's say by chance the student is outside the country during the exam time, we can enable remote proctored exam for the student. We have a few centers outside India, such as Dubai, Sharjah, etc. Beyond that, if they are in a country where we do not have an exam center, we still have students who are writing from countries like the US and UK and so on. So we enable remote proctored exams for such students. So that option is also there. So if your students happen to be outside the country.
Ma'am, they have gone to Seychelles. Now, they were searching for some place for the examination. But
So we don't have an exam center there. So what you can do is you can alert us. So we will arrange remote proctored exams for them.
Okay, ma'am. I'll get in touch with you, ma'am.
Sure.
Thank you for your
For any student outside the country, we will ask them for some proof and things like that, and then we will enable there. Because as madam was saying, PIC has allowed only in-person exams within India. Outside India, certain numbers are allowed
Not
through the remote
everywhere
proctor.
around the globe. It is not
Anybody, anywhere in the world, we will make sure that they get a chance to write the exams.
Okay, ma'am.
We will
Thank
help you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Very good afternoon to one and all. I am Dr. Anindo Bose from the University of Bardhaman. I am the SPOC. I have a few points. Number one, sometimes what we found that the certificates are coming fast and there is a lag for the mark sheet. So it's fine. But what happens in one course we are finding they are getting their mark sheets. In other courses the students are not getting, so it becomes pretty worried, and they regularly come to us what to do. So this is my suggestion to merge these two things, that at a later date let the mark sheet and the certificate let them come together. That is my suggestion.
So the mark sheet, we usually, our first focus is to generate all the certificates and share with the students. And it usually happens, our target is 2 weeks after the exam date. It might take another week because a bunch of courses may not have been evaluated by then, so it takes another week or so. But within 4 weeks, certificates are done. The same team works on mark sheets also. So they start working on it post certificate generation. That is why the lag is there. But having said that, the marks would come in your SPOC login. If you want to take the marks from there, that will be available in your login. The actual mark sheet available in the student's login, that may take another 2-3 weeks, sir.
No,
it's for operational reasons
that
only with our limited staff, yeah.
But they become very anxious and they comes to us continuously.
Okay.
So what I suggest that if both of them come together, let it be when the mark sheet is prepared, let the certificate and...
So again, there are other universities who absolutely demand the certificates first. So you can tell your students, sir, certificates have come.
We tell them that do not worry, it will come.
Yeah.
Once your certificate has come, mark sheet will definitely come.
Yes,
it will
sir.
take some time.
So the certificates also show marks, right?
Yeah,
so it is there, information is there.
But in our case, we have to separately upload it. That's the problem.
Understood.
Okay, so
please tell your students, sir, just wait for a couple more weeks and it will be there.
Okay. Second point is what we have started, because to enhance the number of students enrolling here, that we do certain kinds of sensitization of kind of thing. So can some material, for example, what has been shown today with all the updated statistics can be shared with the SPOC so that we can
It is actually already available on the website. You can download it even today.
Okay. So,
okay.
Thanks.
So we'll do one thing. We'll send a mail to all the SBOCs telling you where the PPT is. You can download it from there.
Okay. Number 3 is, can it be thought of for the SPOC's benefit that together with the national very high-level conferences, international conferences may be considered with all sorts of checks and balances, that a part of maybe registration fee or can it be done? And before you answer the question, the last part, thanks to all the team in the local chapter, they work excellently. Whenever we put some question within a day or two, we get the answer. So thanks to them. So please.
Thanks. Also, I think for now we offer a lot of support for conferences within India. we have a lot of sanctioned money, but the takers are very few. So I would suggest you exercise that option first. Well, international has its own dynamics, limitations, and all that. And so I think if we evolve into a system, this is also an evolution, right? If there is a lot of interest of people, so I'm sure if somebody is going to a good flagship conference, we can make a case for it. But my disappointment is that people are not availing even for local conferences. So how can I justify for international conferences? I think it's up to all the SPOCs to avail that facility, make it more competitive. Not only that, the quality becomes better than if somebody is going to I don't know, like ICML or something. I would be really happy to do that. But let's evolve to that process. No, let's at least fix the domestic thing first.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes,
So this is Professor S.N. Das from GIT University, Gunpur, Odisha. Actually, sir, most of the computer science domain certification which you have provided, that is artificial intelligence and data science, system, programming, and fundamental of computing. And most of the students of our university asking for the cyber security because that is an interesting and thrust area, and most of the students are getting the job in that particular domain also. If the NPTEL is provided that kind of domain, then it will be better. I hope so. If it is a one kind of suggestion from our side, because most of the students are interesting for the domain, and they are asking me, sir, which course will be aligned with the domain certification of cyber security. And I have suggested some of the courses which has been given in the NPTEL, but that is not comes under domain. That is my first question.
So I'll answer this question quickly before we come to. So the one way the domains are aligned is with the research groups or the master specializations across all IITs, right? So and I'm not at the moment not aware if there is any MTech in cybersecurity, where I think maybe now people are giving MTech in quantum and related stuff, but I'm not sure if there is
cyber security.
So I'm not sure if there is a domain like cyber security. Like can I really get three elective courses just for cyber security? I'm not aware. If you are aware, please let me know.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But we will enable that as long whenever there is a.
The most of the courses like security related courses are there.
Sure.
Cryptography, network, cyber security, all these things. That is part of it.
And these are just indicative, no? Even if I don't give you a
another
certificate.
Is in BPUT, sir. We are not a part of BPUT, but most of the students, some of the students are having in our BPUT MCA courses. Sir has been rightly asked a question that MCA under computer science application, there is no such courses are available. They are obviously they are choosing the computer science engineering courses. But right now the BPUT has been make a mandate that unless until you have completed the 3 courses from the NPTEL, they are not supposed to get the master degree from the BPUT. That is a big problem for the students. Anyway,
So you want us? There should be a domain on computer applications.
Computer science applications.
But I think
most of the courses are inline, but there is no specific courses
I think
computer science
easier would
applications.
be to work at the local level, saying you just have a list of prescribed courses which will fit into your
which
MCA
particular
applications.
courses, the
And just
branches,
said, like,
whenever we are asking.
Yeah, so maybe you can pass it through your academic council, saying that this 10 set of courses should be considered for. I think that is a lot easier than me opening a new domain and then say, will this course go in computer science or computer applications? I just give you a very broader thing, and how you use that, I think it's locally it's much easier to do that.
Okay.
Like we also do that in
because
our own.
we are passing in the board of study first.
Just pass
what
in
are
the board of
courses
studies.
and academic council.
See, like,
After that we are
board of studies
implemented
discusses
for the
every
credit transfer system also.
Board of studies discusses every course, right? For every
sir.
course of content.
Yes,
You can say, well, these 5 courses from NPTEL. The label only we give is because there should be some broader thing, right? Otherwise, the label by itself means nothing. It's the content and all. You can say, well, these 5 courses from NPTEL we are using for our curriculum. People use different courses for different curriculum. It's not that data science ka hai to mechanical engineer cannot take.
Yes, sir. Anyone can take.
So
sir. Anyone can.
It's easier
Thank you,
to
sir.
do it
Thank
that
you.
way.
Thank you so much.
So, I mean, I'll take the question in a minute. So, a couple of points I want to add is, I mean, a few of you approached me during break time about exam centers and so on. So, your usual complaint is the exam center is far away. Can you not conduct the exams in my own college? Then most students will take this exams and so on. So, as sir was saying, this term, for example, this Jan 2023 semester, our current numbers are showing that exam registration is approaching 8 lakhs. So 7.5 something lakh students have already paid. The remaining students will be paying the next couple of days. So with 8 lakh exams to be conducted across centers, TCS centers max capacity, I think one day is 1.5. So we have to spread it across so many days. Until the previous semester, we had 3 exam dates. Now we have increased it to 6 exam dates this semester. If it goes on like that, we may have to conduct a full week, 2 weeks exams, right? Monday to Sunday, we have to conduct. Logistically, it is extremely difficult, extremely difficult. I am also in charge of exams, so from the practical perspective, I am saying it is very difficult. So we are also looking at other avenues, other modalities of conducting exams, not just through TCS. TCS exams, TCS center-based exams will be there. We are also developing our own software and our own, links portal, etc., so that we can conduct exams locally. So that is something, it is in the testing stage now. I am hoping that in the next 6 months, it will become a reality when we will be approaching colleges in remote areas where TCS either refuses to conduct exams because there aren't the volume of students, it's not there, or because they don't have centers there, or for whatever reason. In such cases, we want to conduct exams. We'll be working closely with the college. In this context, we have sent an email to all the SBOCs. I don't know how many of you have seen the email with a Google form asking you to fill the details as to how many systems are there in your college, how many labs are there, what are the system specifications, and so on. We sent the mail last week. So when I opened the responses the next day, I saw only 8 responses, which is quite discouraging, because when you approach us for exam centers, we need these details. Each and every time we cannot be having one-on-one, collecting details and so on. We want the information in bulk so that we can also work closely with our technical team, with TCS team, to see which exams can be conducted at which centers, which exams we should conduct, and so on. This information is very, very important. So I'm requesting all of you to please see if the mail has come to you. Otherwise, write to us, we'll send it to you again. There is a Google form, it's a short form, you have to just fill the details. With that information, we can also happily help you. We want more and more students to write exams from your college, so we can see how we can work closely with your college to conduct these exams, okay? So that is one thing. Another thing, as ma'am was saying, the translation effort is going really big. MHRD, every week we are having meetings with the, now it's MOE by the way, so we are conducting several rounds of meetings with them, and we are reporting to them almost every week. And our team is traveling to Delhi to make direct reporting and all that with the ministry. So your help is very, very important. So we are doing manual translation as well as AI-based translation. There are 2 ways of doing it. So we need your help in any language. You might be able to help in Hindi and Bangla and some other languages. So right now we are working with about 11 or 12 languages. So that is again something. The benefit of this is, one is you will get a honorarium for that, and all this translated content will be converted into a book, and your name will come on the book saying that you helped translate this. Your name will also be put up on our website saying you had contributed to this. And I think we also issue a certificate for you showing that you have completed. So all this appreciation, and we want to say thank you to those of you who are already helping. And if you know faculty from other colleges also, you can nominate them. So translation is one effort where you can really contribute. The third one is we do send SPOCs to exam centers as exam representatives. So we are conducting a lot of exams. We need local SPOCs to travel to places to be our eyes and ears at the exam centers. That is also one way by which the SPOCs can help us. Okay, if you are not helping in any of these areas, please write to us. We can have a session with you, explain to you how you can help, and we can take it from there. Okay, thank you, sir. You had a question? Sir had a question? Okay.
Hello. First of all, thank you NPL for, we are getting a lot of benefit from the NPL. I am Shubir Kumar Das from Supreme Knowledge Foundation Group of Institution. During the presentation, the picture of 4 students shown there, 2 of our college. So Thank you. Now here we are facing a problem that the first year students, they are getting admitted and their class is starting from September, maybe second week of September. And NPTEL, the enrollment, it ends in the month of September.
So you're talking about first year students.
Yeah, I'm talking about the first year students.
Okay.
They are not getting enough opportunity to enroll themselves for the courses. Now, can it be extended a little bit more?
So
I'm talking about the students who are from Macaut.
Understood. So the first year students, generally what we say is please don't make it mandatory for them. First year students, they are just out of school, right? If they are interested, let them take up courses on their own or let them come for the Jan semester.
Ma'am, they are interested.
First semester, they are interested, but leave them alone for the first semester, I would say. You know, let them settle in your college, sir. Let them get used to the college life and all that. And then next, again, Jan semester is there now. By then, you educate them, have workshops for them, and then, you know, let them come for the Jan semester, and please don't make it mandatory. From second year onwards, if you want to, you know, incorporate that for the credit transfer or something, please do that. Because this is a feedback that we get from students also. We are just getting adjusted to the college life and, you know, don't pressurize us on doing the, you know, other courses. So if they are interested, let them do it. But, you know, don't put that pressure on them,
No,
sir.
we are not putting pressure. They are interested, but they are not getting time.
That's okay, sir. So
they are requesting for a little extension.
No, let them come in the Jan, because we see our exams, we again and again, we repeatedly what we say is, it is a national level exam now, right? So we also have our own timetables and we have to have exam dates. I'm telling you, when we publish the exam dates, so many of people write to us, it's Holi, please don't conduct exam on Holi, please don't conduct. So we have only so many weekends, right? Weekdays, students cannot write exams. We have only so many weekends in a year. The course has to run, exam has to run. So at some point, enrollment has to close. So the last few years, we have tried different dates, and now we have come up with a formula. This is what is working predominantly. And again, sir, this is for first year students. That's why I'm saying they are fresh. Let them settle. Come for the next term. That's a practical answer, I'm saying. Okay.
Understand. One more question, ma'am. Regarding assignment submission, also the fewer students are there who are trying to ask for a little more extension. Like there's a fixed stipulated time within that they have to submit. But they, they are the new students, newcomers.
Sir,
so
okay, I've been in academics more than 10, 12 years. I mean, everybody here is, right? So whenever you give a deadline, there is always an extension. So suppose the deadline is 10th. They will ask for 12th. Even if you give original 12th, they will still ask. So in some assignments, I make 3 deadlines. Shuru mein. Initial deadline, extension deadline, final deadline. Then you decide. No, again, because the volumes are so huge of 700 odd courses, is that it is not manageable practically.
I understand.
And I don't think, unless there is something really, went off, there is no real, I don't see any reason for us to give extension. It's first practically not possible and also not required. I think students.
No, sir. What is the problem? Let us consider for a particular course, there are 60 students who have enrolled. Now, out of 60 students, maybe 55 students have completed the assignment, but due to some problem, network problem or some other issues,
so 10 days
5 students they missed.
If you start 11:30 on Wednesday evening and expect, like I used to get COVID assignment deadlines, my data pack got over 11:58.
So as sir was saying, we are giving them 10 days to submit assignments, right? So like, don't wait until the last minute is one advice. Second thing is the process, see, we have, So, ma'am, that is my one more point. So, don't wait until the last day is one point. Point number 2 is, out of, let's say it's a 12-week course, we are taking only best 8. So even if they miss one assignment, it should be okay. Number 3 is, we have 720 plus courses run in a semester this year. We have to automate all these processes. Nobody can sit and keep closing one by one, right? So we put a process in place. It is all coded. So on the 10th day at midnight, it closes. There is no extension. Unless as sir was saying, for some other reason, one particular course, we may give extension for all. It is not for one group of students, it is for all. It applies to everybody. So this is something the students have to learn to adjust. That is why we always say, you know, first year students, second year students, let them come and take courses on their own, and then you can start making it mandatory so that they understand the seriousness of it and, you know, the implications of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good morning and good afternoon, all of you.
After that, you can. Okay, make the questions short and
yes,
you know,
just one question. That
for other things, we are available for lunch and all that. No?
Yes. First of all, thanks the NPTEL. I am Professor Banerjee from SPOC from Durgapur BCD Engineering College. I want to suggest that one thing, that please incorporate more number of internship opportunity for the students from the industry actually. So from the industry, like one TI internship is there from long back, but if we can incorporate more number of industry, those are giving the chances for the courses, the student will get it more benefits. That's my one suggestion from my sides actually. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so quick answer to this. This is an ongoing process, and therefore we started with domain things that I can go to an industry saying, look, there are these 20 kids who are experts in software engineering. Can you interview them? So I think now the domain is still slowly picking up, and I think there are interests from companies to actually have people in domains. But until then, even the regular internships which faculty offer for toppers, that is also not well utilized. So please encourage people. IIT is not a bad place to work. You know, so please avail whatever is there than asking for something new. And the new things are always work in progress.
Actually, this is not a question, but I would appreciate it on that respect only when you was telling regarding extension of deadlines. So as far as the timelines are not hampered, I think most of the time, Madam, consider our request. Recently, I had requested for the mentees had not chosen the mentors because that was not visible in their apps. So even though the deadline was over, but they accepted the request and extended. For that, I appreciate that. Thank you, ma'am. And one query we had that one of our students who had topped the exam and she was interested for internship, but I don't think that she has received any offer from your side.
So, yeah, so we say that we offer internships from the course instructors, right, for toppers. That depends on whether that faculty is available during the summer or winter vacation time. So if the faculty is available and they are okay to accept, you know, depending on their time and whether they are, they have, you know, they have something in mind, some project, something where the interns can work on, right? That is when we reach out to students. So if your student has not received a mail, that means that that particular course instructor is not available to offer internship this time. I think we have time for only one more question because yeah.
Okay. Just two people are there. Just very short question. Yes, short 1 and 2 and that's all. Okay, 3 over.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I am from OP Jindal University, Raigad, Chhattisgarh. And I have a query related to the credit points. Actually, as per the new educational policy, we have few courses which having the credits value that is 5 and 6. So NPTEL having the credits for credit 1, 2 and 3. So how much threshold value we can reach for a particular credit?
So the like IIT Madras has its own credit system. Like we have now courses which are like 9 credits, 10 to 12 credits. That depends on the definition that you give. What we do is some general recommendation. So if my 3 credit course counts, the 3 credit course of NPTEL counts as a 9 credit course in IIT Madras. Okay. So appropriate formula, you can see what does a credit mean and how many hours of interaction and weeks of.
So is there any supported document we have to prepare in an advance so that?
That is totally up to you. We make a recommendation. How
yes.
we use that is.
We are doing it from 3 to 4. We are doing it, but about 5 and 6.
That is again.
Yes.
That is in your hand.
Yeah.
Like we don't recommend anything beyond what is in the certificate.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So we have a document on our website, local chapter website, that says the basics of credit transfer. In that document, we have mentioned if your university or your college thinks that the students are putting in more number of hours on this particular course, you can decide based on that. Our recommendation is for a 12-week course, it's 3 credits, but your university can decide we are going to give 4 credits or 5 credits. It's up to you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Did OP Jindal get an exam center?
No, sir. Actually, we have applied for it and 2 rounds of verification already done, and we are pending for that last one.
We can follow that up now. Okay, quickly.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, sir. This is Sudhir Kumar from Ram Govind Institute of Technology, Jharkhand. Recently, our university has introduced a new subject, Indian Knowledge System. But the enrollment deadline was over in NPTEL before starting of the classes. So my request is to rerun such type of courses in every semester so that students can get maximum benefit. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. As some courses run 2 semesters, some courses will again run every odd semester, even semester. All those formulas are there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. There's just one last over there. I can take more questions, but lunch will be delayed. So.
Sir.
No, there. I think Madam was waiting there.
So I have a query. Recently, I came to know the IIT Madras is going to introduce dual degree courses, parallel degree, online degree courses. So I have a query that when students got enrolled in the dual degree courses, is it mandatory to mandatory requirement that they have to pass the offline courses from the university, or so otherwise students may bunk or bypassing the regular
Right,
classes?
madam. So you are talking about the IIT Madras BS degree program, right, in data science and electronic systems. Okay. So currently about 75% of the students in that program, we have about 24,000 students currently taking those courses to get a degree, to get a BS degree. So it is not compulsory that they must have an offline degree. They can be in your college taking the degree. Along with that, on the side, they can do this degree also, because here the learning content is all online. Exams alone, like NPTEL exam, they have to come to an exam center and write the exam. So predominantly our students are those who are already in a college doing their degrees. This is an add-on degree.
Okay, this is the add-on degree. Actually, it may happen that students may bypassing the classes, or it may happen that they passed in the online courses, BS degree get, and they are not enrolling.
Students, madam, what? We are giving, see, UGC has come out with a notification saying students can go for 2 degrees at the same time. So government is approving it now, right? So now it is up to them which degree they want to complete and go for it. So we are leaving it to the students.
But
right?
they have to college student.
I'm sorry?
They have to college student.
No, anybody.
Anybody.
The degree that IIT Madras is offering, it's called a BS degree. All the content is online, exams offline. Anybody who has completed 12th standard can apply.
Okay.
So, madam, you can apply.
Thank you.
By the way, there are a lot of people who quit their main programs and then they are now doing the online programs full time. Okay. So what is after this? Kamala, what is after this?
The felicitation.
Okay, by the time we set up, I can take 2 MCQ questions.
Sir, actually I am Dr. Sudipto Dikari from Brainware University. Few of our students are already secured topper certificates, and due to that some of them have got the internship opportunity, and they got a mail from IIT's Kharagpur, and they sent their synopsis according to, they asked for submission of synopsis and they submit, but still so far they didn't get any further communication, sir. Okay, thank you ma'am, thank you very much.
MCQ.
I am the SPOC from St. Joseph's University, Nagaland, and I have few of my students, they have a suggestion like some of the courses in computer science, they don't have subtitles. So they don't understand the accent. Which subject, I don't know, but in some courses, they don't have the subtitles, right? So, the accent of everyone is different, so they are finding it a little bit difficult. So my suggestion is that if there is subtitles, then it will be helpful to the students. Thank you so much.
All courses have just write to us if it is not there. What could have happened is those things have not been verified. maybe one of you can volunteer to, mostly they have, there are one or two, just let us know. I think this is, at least English to English is always there. By the time we launch the course, it's already there. You know, English to Punjabi or Gujarati, that is taking time. Just write to us. No? I think it should not, all courses have subtitles. Huh.
Yes, I'm SPOC from Saldia College. It's a general degree college. I have three issues. I want
Which is the most priority one? We'll take that.
Yes, actually NPTEL mostly priority is the technical courses, but for general degree courses, as a SPSC, we are not able to motivate our students because degree college, the CBCS courses are there, and many more courses of basic sciences are there in NPTEL, but they are not specifically
Yes,
the credit based, like core course or G course. I will just request you to introduce such course specifically.
So all that is happening at a much faster pace. So where
Okay.
we are now, I can talk about engineering because the journey is 20 years long. I will not say 20 years more for others, but that is happening very fast. In 2 years' time, you will have a lot of other
Okay,
courses.
that will be nice, sir.
Across other platforms. As I said, we are working with some other institutes also to onboard a lot of other courses. It's happening fast. So in 1 or 2 years, you'll see a lot of courses.
And the second issue,
Over lunch.
there are so courses
You'll get delayed for lunch.
for gate trading, but there is no courses like chemical science, biological science, physical science, like this.
I think the same answer for those.
Okay. And FDB
no, sir,
course.
sorry.
FDB course, just one question. FDB course is AICT recognized, but just like to request you to introduce some UGC course.
So?
UGC recognized.
UGC recognized FDP course.
Yes. That will motivate many faculties in degree college.
We'll take that up as a request.
Thank you, sir.
FDP, no, there is a, what is FDP is a definition. You and I cannot change that. So I think it's as simple. Okay, I think remaining we'll take questions during lunch. Okay, things are done here.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, madam, for answering all the queries. Now it is time for us to acknowledge, appreciate, and reward the hard work as well as the performance. I would like to request Mr. Shomavu Dash to come to the stage, please. He has joined IIT Kharagpur in 2017 as Executive Officer in Director's Office, then worked as Executive Officer Establishment Faculty Unit, and in 2020 joined the Dean's Office under Dean Planning and Coordination. In 2021, he joined the NPTEL team as an overall in charge and responsible for looking after the NPTEL East Zone operations and administration, along with other administrative responsibilities of the institute in a permanent role. Sir, please come on stage and kindly announce the names of the awardees.
Good afternoon, everybody. To give away the awards, I would like to request our coordinator, Professor Hoymanti Banerjee, to kindly come on stage. Also, I would like to request Dr. D. Gyanandurai, Vice Chancellor, St. Joseph University of Nagaland, to kindly, sir, come on stage. I would also like again to request Professor Indranil Mukherjee, Macaut, please come on stage, sir. So there are special 4 awards which will go to the LCs. The award for the best LC on the basis of maximum number of translators and quality check experts involved in the translation effort goes to Techno India University, Kolkata, West Bengal. Thank you. The award for completing maximum hours of lecture transcript during the period Jan 2022 to December 23 goes to Future Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata, West Bengal. For completing translation of maximum hours of lecture transcript during the period Jan 2022 to December 23 also goes to Haldia Institute of Technology, Haldia, West Bengal. Now we have 2 star awards, star mementos, and these are the students from IIT Kharagpur. So I would like to call upon the superstar, Vishwajit Chatterjee from IIT Kharagpur. NPTEL Believers Award, Mr. Anupam Khan from IIT Kharagpur. Call upon Techno India University, Kolkata once again for getting the quality check of maximum hours of lecture transcripts during the period Jan 2022 to December 23. Techno India University, Kolkata, West Bengal. Now for the rating of NPTEL local chapters, A category award goes to Trident Academy of Technology, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Also A category award goes to Nerist, Arunachal Pradesh. Now for the rating of NPTEL SPOC. For again A category goes to Trident Academy of Technology, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, Ms. Shakuntala Mahapatra. Now for A category again, it's Professor K.N. Devangan from Nerist, Arunachal Pradesh. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. For active SPOC certificates, star mementos, and for the participation certificate, it will be provided after the lunch. Thank you. Yeah, I can understand. Thank you for bearing with us on the last few minutes of our session. So I would request of Mr. Lennis Thomas to give the vote of thanks to all of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm so delighted that I've given this opportunity to stand in the midst of yours. This is a great privilege to give you thanks to all the SPOCs who have started the journey with us from 2003 to 2023, completing 20 years of NPTEL. Thank you. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It might be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheel starts rolling months in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated volunteers. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they had shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on this completion of the task beyond their comfort zones. I would like to thank all the honorable dignitaries who blessed us with their presence. I'm also very much thankful to all the directors, principals, deans, and faculty members, and the invited speakers. Words are not enough to thank them to shape this workshop. I, on behalf of the NPTEL office, IIT Kharagpur, convey deep regards and heartily thanks to our honorable director, Sir Professor Virender Kumar Tiwari, IIT Kharagpur, and the competent authority for providing us the necessary approval to conduct the workshop. I would like to thank Sri Govind Jaiswal, IS Joint Secretary MOE, to take time out of his busy schedule and join us online. I would like to thank Professor Amit Patro, Deputy Director IIT Kharagpur, to take time to join this workshop online. I would like to thank Professor D. Ganadurai, VC St. Joseph University, Nagaland, for accepting our invitation and taking time out from his busy schedule to join us in this workshop. I would like to thank Professor Tapos Chakravarti, Macau, Kolkata, for joining this workshop within a short time of approach. I would like to thank Professor Ramakrishnan Pasumati, Coordinator IIT Madras, for joining in this East Zone workshop and presenting the outcome of this project. And also Ms. Kamla Krishnan, for the head of the operations of the NPTEL and replying all the questions and answers. I would also thank our coordinator, Madam Professor Hoimanti Banerjee, for helping us and guiding us to organize this workshop successfully. I am very much thankful to Ambuja Neotia Group for providing the venue for conducting our East Zone workshop. And I thank Mr. Chef for preparing the delicious dishes and also their supporting staff to keep this arena clean. I thank Zenith Events for providing their event solutions. Without their support, this could not be impossible. I would like all the transporters for providing with the fleets of vehicles. Last but not the least, I thank all my colleagues for their endless support and the creative mind. And also, I want to call upon all my colleagues on the stage one by one. Sushanto Mahapatra. Ritirupa Das. Sanchari Bose, Devesh Prasad, A. Ramacharulu, Devpriya Chakravarti, K. Shiva Prasad, Shuvan Sarkar, Sagarika Barik, Sohali Bera, Uttam Sharma, Shorav Sahu, Raji Mahapatro, Krishanu Das, Soikat Bhattacharya, Saurav Bhattacharya, Devashis Roy Chaudhary, Dibyendu Sarkar, Ajay Malik, Kajal Kumar Guho, and myself standing in presenting. I also thank our head admin, Mr. Shomovo Das. I call upon the stage Mr. Amitava Nandi, head of the tech. Abhishek Chandra, Shudipta Das, Sanjeev Kumar, K. Bijoy, Nirmal Chaudhary, Tarashankar Chakravarti, and our Madam Professor Haimanti Banerjee. We can have a photo session. And I'm also very much thankful to Professor Indranil Mukherjee for his presence over here.
I would request everyone to please join the lunch for us. And Dr. D. Ganadhar sir and Professor Indranil Mukherjee, please join us for the lunch with Professor Haimanti Banerjee. We have a separate arrangement for you, sir. And coordinator IIT Madras, Professor Ramkrishna, and Kamala madam. Thank you.